Alright, I'm gonna do a thing I probably shouldn't do because it's all opinion based and there's going to be loads of people disagreeing with me. But I am going to rank all of the Animal Crossing games. Oh boy. My personal grading system is based off a few different aspects: mechanics, gameplay for its time, hours I've personally sunk in, and post-story gameplay. I'm grading these games on the way that they were intended to be played, so I'll be excluding criteria like time-traveling hacks or glitches accessed by non-normal gameplay, and I'll only be including Animal Crossing titles that were released in North America. Okay, let's do this. The original Animal Crossing, or Animal Crossing Population Growing, or the one on the GameCube, was a pretty solid start for the series. It took the tedious parts of life, like paying off loans and saving up money to buy nice things, and exaggerated them with large-headed, anthropomorphic, passive-aggressive neighbors, and an angry Tanuki. The game dropped us with almost no tutorial and some hidden mechanics. All we got were villagers giving us hints about the hidden secrets of this crazy town, glowing holes that give you money and allow you to plant money, and fossils and gyroids that no one has dug up before you got here, apparently, because filling up the museum is entirely up to you. You run around helping your villagers and get weirdly attached to one or two of these made-up NPCs. This installment was by far the most tedious. The minimalistic mechanics, small inventory space, and almost no story could have been better, but that was the beauty of it. It was simple, tedious, and rewarding. The game sucked you in for hours. You fell into the flow without realizing what the game was doing to you. This was my first Animal Crossing game. Naturally, it's the most nostalgic. From the music to the layout to the polygonal style, this game is a huge memory bucket. Nostalgia is probably a hindering factor for me to properly grade this game. With that being said, it sold 2.32 million copies and is the 6th best-selling game on the GameCube, so I don't think I'm alone. It's been 20 years, and I'm still playing this game. There's something about the atmosphere and the mechanics that make me keep wanting to come back. That's why I'm giving this a solid A. Wild World was Nintendo's attempt to put this wonderful game on a handheld device so it could be taken anywhere. It was the second Nintendo title to actually use the Wi-Fi connection services to be able to visit friends' towns. Rather than 4 separate houses though, Wild World lumped every player into one singular house. The main mechanics from the GameCube version stuck around, but it added new usable tools, new special characters, and new activities like drawing constellations in the sky. If you were a returning player, there was enough to keep you entertained. Wild World did take out many holidays like Toy Day and Halloween, so some of the replay value disappeared. I didn't play Wild World until very recently. Playing the game now, I tried to throw myself back 15 years after only playing the original game to try to compare. While there were decent additions to the game, something about it just doesn't live up to the original. I can't get lost in Wild World like I can when playing on the GameCube. To me, it's a game that falls into the same category as movie sequels. It's good, but I'd rather play the first one. I give this one a nice, juicy B. City Folk was the third installment that came out on the Wii. It was basically Wild World, but with a city. The soundtracks were almost exactly the same, with the exception of Rossetti's theme, which was taken from the GameCube version. The city was a nice addition. It was a cool place to go get some shopping done and change up the scenery for a bit. I spent a lot of time on this game. Probably not as much as the original, but still a decent amount. I had no idea it was basically the same game as Wild World, but my view of it is probably slightly more positive than the 11 million people who played the previous game. Because it's essentially an HD version of Wild World, I'm gonna put it right next to Wild World. Same game, same grade. New Leaf time, baby! New Leaf was a pretty solid addition to the series. It added a ton of town customization options that finally helped make the town your own. You're the mayor after all, so it makes sense that you have control over everything. And by everything, I mean changing the exterior of Town Hall and the train station and placing things like a bench and a clock. Yay! As an avid Animal Crossing player, the Public Works Projects feature was super exciting. We could finally place furniture outside. The developers brought back the multiple room expansion that was in Wild World, except now all the rooms are your own, and you don't have to share. There were 19 total house loan payoffs, including the 10,000 bell initial tent cost. I loved this. It made the story last a lot longer because we actually had something to spend our nighttime Island Beetle money on. The city feel was brought back from City Folk with Main Street. This also freed up a lot of town space to be able to place public works projects, gardens, perfect fruit tree orchards, whatever you wish. And then a villager would move in and destroy half of your perfect fruit trees, and you rioted. Tortimer Island added so much replay value. From destroying the island and leaving up only palm trees to catch beetles, to the online player's horror, battling them in online minigames, and saving up medals earned from winning said minigames to purchase island-exclusive furniture. I spent so much time on this island. It would have been so much easier to just build my house and live there. I give New Leaf a solid A. Amazing addition to the series, pretty much on par with the original. Animal Crossing Plaza was the next title, which was released for the Wii U. It was a spin-off that was used to allow New Leaf players to communicate with each other by connecting to Miiverse. Players could post and see posts from other players in the Animal Crossing community, as well as share dream codes, favorite characters, and birthdays. You could even insert your 3DS SD card into the Wii U and upload your design QR codes. And that's pretty much it. I think something like this would have been cool before the internet was a common thing in people's houses. We already have Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, and random forums that can do so much more than this. Animal Crossing Plaza just seems like a further way to push Miiverse as a social media platform. Anyway, this thing gets a big ol' F. It's been discontinued and removed from the shop anyway, so I don't feel bad about hurting its feelings. Next up, Happy Home Designer. This was actually a pretty good addition. It concentrates around designing houses rather than fishing and bug catching. It wasn't the full Animal Crossing experience, but it's a good spin-off. I played it a little bit, but the lack of any kind of challenge made it so I didn't feel any motivation to return to the game. I played enough to get a feel for it and then put it down, and haven't picked it up since. But I can appreciate what it tried to be. It was an Animal Crossing game when we were waiting for an Animal Crossing game. Because of that, I give it a C. Not the worst, not the best. Room for improvement, but still alright. Now we have the wonderful, amazing, incredible Amiibo Festival. The Almost There Mario Party. And by almost, I mean pretty far off. I tried to get family to play with me. It's funny how the addition of Mario in a board game makes them so much more willing to play. I definitely didn't give this game enough playtime. I met a fellow Animal Crossing fan waiting in an hour-long merch line at PAX, and he actually told me a ton about the game that I didn't know. But do you blame me for not playing it? I think if they threw mini games in, like in the Mario Party games, it would have been a lot more fun. And maybe people would have been willing to play with me. There are other game modes that you can play, but it's separate from the board game. Just for the fact that I didn't give it enough of a chance, and didn't pay attention enough to see past the "there are no mini-games, this is a lame Mario Party knockoff," I'll give it a D. There's more content than I expected, but Pocket Camp. I played a pretty good amount of this. It came out at a time where the entire Animal Crossing fandom was dying for a game. It wasn't a perfect replacement, but it did something. And it introduced crafting to the series. It seems like Pocket Camp was kind of a trial run for certain mechanics like crafting and placing furniture outside. The animals had missions for you every 3 hours, and there was a leveling system to keep you playing. It's a good mobile game. The design is appealing, and there's a ton of awesome furniture to craft. There are in-game events that happen occasionally, but the events are extremely repetitive. It's the same 3 every time: scavenger hunt, flowers, fishing tourney. After a couple times playing through these, there's no point to continue except the in-game rewards, which aren't a huge pull. I will say I like the way Nintendo didn't force us to spend actual money on the game. The option was there, but it was for a few cool items that you could get by playing the game and somewhat quickly saving up the in-game cash. I give it a C. It was good for its time, but never really conveyed the Animal Crossing atmosphere. I am jealous of some of the furniture items available in Pocket Camp, though. Bring those to us, please, Nintendo. Finally, New Horizons. This game, the 7-year wait, far too long, but it made the game's release so sweet. They went completely above and beyond with mechanics for this installment. I expected furniture being placed outside. This was a natural addition after the Public Works projects of New Leaf. Then they threw in fencing, paths, godlike terraforming abilities, and 40 pocket spaces. Oh my god. This game is beautiful. The nature sounds, the weather, the HD glow up. There are many people begging for quality of life updates, but many of the mechanics that are in New Horizons are already quality of life updates. Maybe a couple things with crafting can be improved, and I would appreciate more villager interactions, but otherwise, I'm extremely happy with this game and what the developers have done. I did a What's Missing from New Horizons video if you want my full breakdown on what I think should be included in the game compared to past ones. Sure, maybe the timed updates aren't your favorite thing because you feel like it's an incomplete game and lacks content, but personally, a single-player game that I've logged a few hundred hours of playtime into is freaking awesome. And there's more to come, because of all the crazy additional mechanics that I just didn't expect for this game. And the amount of time I've played and still have the potential to play, I'm giving this game a big fat S. This is the best Animal Crossing game so far, and I'm excited to see what's next. I know you're going to disagree with me, So tell me about your favorite and least favorite Animal Crossing titles in the comments below. Subscribe, or you'll be cursed with the decreasing pattern for your toner prices all month. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye!